This is Brother Jamal coming to you live here on Facebook, where we speak the truth. Not only we speak the truth, we tell the truth. This comes from the last man standing. Truth is a wealth of freedom. We communicate, educate, and organize. Truth is a wealth of freedom. We communicate, educate, and organize. Truth is a wealth of freedom. We communicate, educate, and organize. Truth is a wealth of freedom. And we communicate, educate, and organize. This is a Saturday morning edition of where we speak the truth. Not only we speak the truth, we tell the truth, and this is coming from the last man standing. As we have continued to say to you, the last man standing part is where we, that is the on the back of the book, Urban Community Broadcasting Company, KUCB Radio. So that's part of that, that saying for the last man standing. So we just decided we would use it on the videos here to kind of spice it up a little bit. Any kind of comments, you can drop them at the bottom of the page. Questions while we on, feel free. Also, once again, this is the Saturday morning edition where we speak the truth. Now we speak the truth, we tell the truth. This is coming from the last man standing. This morning we'll be talking about the for sure, the Nolan Xavier Wells murder. We'll also be talking about the Carmelo Anthony's, all of the corruption and cover-up it has taken place with his so-called trial. And also, we will make a declaration at the third thing, and we'll actually start off with that. Third thing would be, we still have not got it. Either we haven't got it, we don't understand that we are at war. This is war that we are in and at. They have declared war on us, on the black people in this country. Now, so let us go ahead and get into a little bit of talk this morning where we speak the truth and tell the truth. I don't know if I had mentioned this to you, and maybe you heard it on some of the news outlets. Now, understand, guys, that part of the control that the devil uses is to control the mass media. Now, the devil is never going to report, the stories that you see on YouTube and, Instagram, Facebook. The mass media is not going to report this, because this is part of the devil's. This is part of his network. They're not going to report what happens to black people. If a war has been declared on black people, do you think they're going to come back and report it on the news? No, they're not. The outlets that you see usually this stuff reported on is people that be on social media like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, like that. They are the ones that all the time report the hard-hitting stories. The national networks like Fox, ABC, CBS, NBC, those outlets are not going to report, and they're definitely not going to come out and say that a war has been declared on black people. Please, guys, they're not going to never do that. So we shouldn't expect them. And also, let me add too, we should not, I repeat myself, we should not be surprised that none of these devils do. These white devils, we should not be surprised at it, y'all. Why would we be surprised? They've been doing it all along, and they just have moved to a level now of sophistication. Plus, they've moved to a level where we have a devil in the White House who has gave them the green light, gave them the okay to go ahead and do whatever you want to do to black people. It's all right now. You can do it, which they've been doing all the time. But I'm saying, anytime that you get somebody from the top that sits in the White House and he has declared, now he's not going to come out and say it, y'all. Come on. I don't know why we think that this devil in the White House is going to come out and say, you think he's going to come out and say they done declare war on black people? It's obvious with the things that are going on. See, signs and symbols are for the conscious mind. And we should know by now, we should know. Some of our people, I think, are still in a naive state. Are they in a delusional state? Are they in a state where they don't believe these white folks should do this? I don't know. I don't know why you think they wouldn't look. As far as civil, they ain't got no civil. They ain't nothing civil about these devils. They ain't nothing human about these devils. Period. Because if it was, they would not be doing what they're doing to black people and other nationalities, and wouldn't be doing what they're doing around the world. If they were civil, if they was human, they ain't nothing civil about them. They ain't nothing human about them. Let's be clear about that. See? And we should, I see some of our people sometime on social media saying they shocked and they surprised. Why the hell are you going to be shocked and surprised about what? These devils have been doing this all the time. Ain't nothing to be shocked and surprised about. The only thing that they have did now, they don't wear the hoods and the Klan outfits as much as they used to do. Because guess what? They have moved to a more sophisticated, two things they moved to now, a sophisticated level. One is they have the three-piece suits on, and they have these black devils that be on social media to protect the interests of the white devils. Understand this, y'all. We got some black ones just as wretched and evil as the white ones are. We got some black ones, yeah, we do, y'all. Among us, yes, we got some. See? So we should not be surprised about this. And these people are not going to come on social media and put a big sign up and say, we're at war with you black people. If we think that's going to happen, forget it. See, the war is already going on. It's already going down. See? It's here right now. And look, when you look at the police departments across this country, look at the massive murder and brutality that they do to black people. See, what do you think that is? If you take a moment to look at the massive, I'm talking about on a massive scale, but the brutality that these police departments do all across the country, there ain't no place that these dirty, corrupt police departments are not brutalizing our people all across America, y'all. So what do you think that is if that's not war? See? And look, when you see these white supremacist groups like the 4th of July, you saw that white supremacist group marching in Washington, D.C. What do you think that is? You think they were just marching just for exercise? We got to be smarter than that, y'all. We ought to know the signs and symbols, once again, is for the conscious mind. We ought to be smarter than that. See, these rednecks have declared war on black people. See, that's what it is. Look, whatever city you in, they got gun clubs all across America. Black people ought to be joining these gun clubs and learn how to use a weapon. We have a right to self-defense. When anytime that we're in a situation where the authorities or the government or law enforcement will not protect us, that we have a right to self-defense to protect ourselves. Nobody's going out advocating nothing. What I am advocating is we have a right. We have a God-given right to self-defense. We have a God-given right to protect our families, our women, our girls, our boys, our kids, our communities. We have a right. If the authorities won't do it, we have a right to protect ourselves. See? And every black person, whatever city you in, they got all kind of gun clubs, that you can join up with. And you have a right to go there and learn how to use a weapon. You have a right to self-defense. See? We have a right to that. We have a God-given right to that. And we shouldn't be foolish enough to think that the authorities are going to protect us. Hell no, they ain't going to protect us. You see what they doing. They practice on brutalizing and murdering us. That's what they practice on. How to brutalize and murder black people. That's what the pigs practice on. See? And I call them pigs because that's what they are. See? Call them what they are. They are nothing but a bunch of dirty redneck pigs. That's what they are. See? The other thing I want to touch up on this murder of Mr. Nolan Xavier Wells. I want to touch up on that, y'all. And look, it's clear, my opinion, this is just my opinion. I do not believe that they're going to arrest anybody. I do not believe they're going to charge anybody. They're going to drag this thing out. They're going to stall it as long as they can. They already know the rednecks who murdered Mr. Wells. Now look, if there was 200 or 300 people at that party, all of them rednecks should be arrested. See? But I know they ain't going to do that. Now, the other thing is too, I heard my sister Joy Reid talking on her podcast that look, there ain't no such thing as they don't know who the devils were that was there. They do know. Because what she was pointing out was this island, this Horde Island that they went on, they had to apply for certain license. I mean, not license, but they had to apply for a permit to carry those boats out there on that island. So that means, guess what that means, y'all? That means that every one of them rednecks who went on that island, they have a record of everybody that went. See, the authorities should be able to get their record. Now, further, I'm concerned, every one of the white devils that went on that island, they all should be arrested. 200, 300 of them, they all should be put in jail, arrested. But the mere fact, y'all, the mere fact that it's been, 11 or 12 days since this thing happened, there is no arrest that's been made yet. And I'm going to tell you something. I do not believe they're going to charge anybody, and I don't believe they're going to arrest anybody, because all these white devils are in on this together. You hear me? All of them are in on this together, on the murder of Mr. Nolan Xavier Wells. They're all in on it. See? So if they got a list of all the people who applied to get a permit to take those boats out, why the hell they couldn't go and arrest all the ones that's on that list? See? Start putting a squeeze on some of them. But they don't plan on doing that, y'all. They all know. All them devils know. See? And as I said, I do not believe that they are going to arrest anybody. And as far as the FBI coming in, they're a bunch of trash too. The FBI is a bunch of trash too. You think, you actually think they're going to do something? The FBI is not going to do zero. Nothing, y'all. Because they have a record, especially when it comes to black folks. See? We had to be clear about this, y'all. I don't know why we get all excited because they investigating, they're going to turn to the grand jury. Look, the grand jury can come back and say, we don't think that there was no foul play. They can come back with that. Most likely, that's what they're going to come back with. They're going to come back, the grand jury, when they turn this investigation over to the grand jury, them devils going to come back and say they ain't found no wrongdoing, they ain't found no foul play. And guess what? Boom. They're going to exonerate everybody. See? I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you how this is going to go. Now, what needs to happen is, what should happen, all them devils that went to that island, their pictures and their names and address should be posted on social media. Every one of them devils, you hear me? Every single one of them, including that corrupt judge. See, and you know she shouldn't have no business doing nothing with this. See, because I think she was part of the whole thing too. See, All of them devils was. Come on, y'all. You know they was. 200 or 300 people. They probably did a ritual on Mr. Nolan Xavier Wells. I bet you they did a ritual on him, y'all. The same kind of ritual that them white devils that came here and landed and saw the red man here, the same kind of devil evil rituals they did on the red man, they did the same thing on Mr. Nolan Xavier Wells. I bet you they did a ritual on him. I bet you they probably brutalized and punished his body like a satanic ritual. See? I'm sure that's what they did on him. Look, when you think about this, y'all. When you think about the fact right now, 2026, they are still lynching and hanging black men and black women. Don't you know this is the same thing that these devils did with our ancestors? Same thing, y'all. Same kind of practice. They used to lynch. They used to hang black men and black women. And they used to hang black kids. This is the same thing that these devils are doing today, y'all. Modern day time, 2026. See? And when you look at states like Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, South and North Carolina, Texas, these states are nothing more than the same way they were when they abused and massacred and ridiculed our people. They doing the same thing today, y'all. Same thing. I mean, when you think about them hanging black women, lynching black women, they used to do, look, these devils used to make an announcement that there was going to be a public lynching today, say a certain time. All the devils, the white devils would come, bring their kids, bring a picnic basket, and come there to sit and watch a black woman or a black child or black man being lynched. That wasn't enough now. Watch the like a spectacle, something, you know, like you see one of those ancient Roman movies where they would persecute the person, and in this case, black people. See, they would come, bring their picnic baskets, bring their kids, and sit there and watch it, and then to add on to that, they would throw gasoline on the body and set the body on fire. See, to some black man, black woman, could be a black child. See, what do you think they would do to the black babies? Same thing. They would murder them, maybe do a sacrifice, maybe kill the baby, maybe drink the baby's blood. This is the kind of sick people that we're dealing with, y'all. This is why I said there ain't nothing civil about them, ain't nothing human about them. We're dealing with a people, with a bunch of white devils who believe in rituals and satanic practice stuff. See, and this is what oftentimes they do. How many times we heard reports where they have found a body of a young black girl, a young black woman, a black man, and the body has been dismantled. See, body parts have been cut from that person. See, and oftentimes the satanic rituals and sacrifices that they do with black people's body, also they take the body parts and sell them on the black market, y'all. This is the other thing they do with the body parts. See, no other people have been persecuted, still continue to be persecuted like black people are today in modern day time. Nobody else. See, and let me tell you, the other sickening part about this is that I think is really something. You got a lot of these black devils, because there's some black devils too, just like there's some white devils, there's some black ones too. You got a lot of these black devils that be on social media. It's a whole bunch of them, y'all. It's probably some on right now And all they do is sit back in a comfortable, safe place, and they ridicule and talk about black people. That's all they do. Because they do that to be pleasing, to get a few extra crumbs from the master's table. See, and there's a middle-aged plantation Negro colored woman by the name of Diamond and Silk. She wear glasses, middle-aged black woman. She sounds like an ignorant fool. That's what she sounds like when she's on talking. And look, most of them, the one thing that all of them got in common, they love that devil that's in the White House. They love him, y'all. They love the devil that's in the White House. And they'll tell you, as they talking, you'll hear them bragging about the devil in the White House, which shows you how dangerous those bootlickers are. Coons, jigaboos, spooks, all of that, and some more. There's another plantation Negro colored man on, call himself Mission Ready. Big cowboy hat, light gray beard. Now he talks about Islam and the Muslims all the time. That's all he does, talking about Islam and the Muslims all the time. You would think that he was some kind of a scholar because of Islam, the way he talks. Because all he do is bash the Muslims and talk about Islam. See? But at the same time, understand, this is one of those black devils who love their master so, y'all. And you know what? The other thing I said that these black devils have in common, one is they protect the interests of their master. Second thing is they have so much self-hatred, and they have an inferiority complex. Third thing is, if they could take a pill and put some cream on their face to change and be white, they would do it just like that, y'all. They can't though. They stuck with being a plantation Negro and colored. They stuck with that. They hate it. They resent it. But at the same time, there's nothing they can do about it. So the best they can do about it is anybody that looks like them, same color as them, is to put them at the lowest part of the pedestal they can. And so usually the self-hate and the inferiority complex comes out of them. There's another plantation Negro colored man called himself Arthur Henderson. He's the same thing, same way. Just as he's one of them black devils. There's another black devil by the name, he calls himself Angry Man. He's more into the realm of things, you know. And the biggest two plantation Negroes and colors are, that's Stephen A. Smith and Jason Whitlock. These supposed to be sports announcers. Now they've jumped into the realm of, I guess the political realm. They want to be, that's what they want to be. So they become experts in politics now. Stephen A. Smith, Jason Whitlock. Now they used to be, I guess they still do sports commentary sometimes, like part-time now. All of a sudden they become political spokespeople. And they nothing but two black devils, that's all they are. Two big-time devils. But understand, the one thing that all these black devils have in common is they are on social media to protect the interests of their master, of their boss, which is the white devil. That's what they're there for. Nothing else, y'all. They're there to protect the interests of their white master, their white devil that they protect. That's what they're there for. See? And let us be clear, y'all. This whole Carmela Anthony's case, all that is so much corruption in that case. The judge, the public defender that he had, all white jury, all of that. See? And let me tell you something. In both cases, Carmela Anthony had like a 4-point grade point average. Smart brother, intelligent brother. Mr. Nolan Xavier Wells, he was getting ready to be accepted in a 2A division school because he was a quarterback. He was good. See? So you see these people, these white devils hate to see anybody that's smart like Mr. Carmelo Anthony was, like Mr. Nolan Wells was. They hate to see any black person that's smart, that's intelligent, that shows some upright. See? They hate that. See? So what they are trying to do now is to character assassinate Nolan Xavier Wells by bringing all them these black devils that they bought on TMZ and bringing other black devils to say something, to talk about. They can't find him on his mom and dad, so they got to go after him. In the case of Carmelo Anthony, they attacked his mom and dad. Then they character assassinated him. See, that's what they do. And these are the white devils that do this. And you got some black devils that join in with them. See, that's the other thing. It's like the white devils get them down, then the black join in and get on the pile. See, that's their job. This is why they are in those positions. A lot of the black devils that have these podcasts, if you notice, they wouldn't say, they would talk bad about Carmelo Anthony's parents. But you know what? Them devils, the mid-calves, they got dirt in their family too. Hear me? You hear me? They got dirt in their family. And them devils got dirt too. But you know what? You will never hear none of these plantation Negro colors say one word about them. They talk bad about Carmelo Anthony. They talk bad about Mr. Nolan Wells. But they would never say nothing about them white devils. They won't say nothing because they can't. Because guess what? If they did, the subscribers and the viewership and the popularity they have on them podcasts, they would go to the bottom. And they couldn't stand the pain of that, y'all. They could not stand the pain of that. But I'm here to tell you, once again, I'm going to remind us, do not be shocked. Do not be surprised that nobody's going to be charged in the murder of Mr. Nolan Wells. Nobody's going to be arrested in the murder of Mr. Nolan Wells. Do not be shocked and surprised, y'all. I'm telling you. Them rednecks, them crackers ain't going to arrest nobody. You hear me? And they know the 200 or 300 people that was at that pool party, they all should be arrested. They all should be thrown in jail. We know that's not going to happen. What can happen, what should happen, somebody get a hold of that list, put their names, pictures, and their addresses on social media. Every one of them crackers need to be exposed, you hear me? For the murder of Mr. Nolan Wells, because they murdered him. That's what they did. Ain't no chasing and cutting it no other way. I repeat myself again. All of them crackers that was at that pool party, 200 or 300 of them, they murdered Mr. Nolan Wells. And not only did they murder him, I believe they performed some kind of satanic ritual on his body. That's what they did. See, they're a bunch of dirty devils. That's what they are. See, all of them. And the black devils that side with them, that don't speak out on this, you just as evil and wicked as the white ones are. I'm talking about the black devils. You got these platforms and you too scared to speak on and talk on it because you scared that them white folks are coming after you. I know y'all scared. I know you are. See? So I'm saying, what the hell you got them podcasts for is to protect the interests of your master. That's the only reason you got them. Every one of them black devils who got those podcasts, they are there to protect the interests of their master, of their white slave master devil. That's what they're there for. They ain't there for nothing else. See? And we need to be clear, y'all. These people have declared war on black people. It ain't nothing else but that. I got to call it like I see it. This come directly from the White House. And look, I saw somebody post something about, you think this devil in the White House is going to get involved in this Mississippi case? Do you actually think he will? You really have lost your mind if you think this devil in the White House is going to get involved in Mississippi. Mississippi should be brought before the world court and charged with crimes of violating the human rights of black people in Mississippi. That's what they should be charged with. They should be taken before the world court and charged with the violations of human rights on black people in Mississippi. Alabama, the same. Actually, y'all, what needs to happen, you talking about reparation, hell, the reparations should come from them southern states. That's where it should come from. Every one of them southern states. They should be paying reparations to the violation of the human rights of black people. I'm talking about Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, South, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, all of them. See, they should be charged with the human rights violation of black people's rights. See, through the world court. And Mississippi, they ain't nothing but the devil's den. That's like the den of the hellfire. That's what Mississippi is, y'all. See? Alabama, same thing. Do you know, let me mention this to you too. On the same day that this incident happened to Mr. Nolan Xavier Wells, there was a young man in Alabama. His name was Dalton. I'm looking for his last name here. He was with some white kids, and he ended up being drowned the same day. Dalton Walton. That was his first name was Dalton. His last name was Walton. 17-year-old young black man was with some white friends in Alabama. He ended up being drowned and lost his life. Yes, in Alabama. Same day as Mr. Nolan Xavier Wells. So we need to understand, y'all, that anytime you see the level of black people being, I use the word brutalized, but it's much deeper than that. Anytime you see the level of murder and brutalized, being lynched, being hung at this level, what else would you say if it's not war? What else would you declare it as being? It's war. Look, there's a book out called 100 Years of Lynching by Ralph Ginsberg. You should be able to get it on Amazon. In that book, they go around from each place in the United States and they document the places that black people were lynched and hung. Ralph Ginsberg, 100 Years of Lynching. And this is actual fact. See, I saw some black devil on, I think it was last night before last. Some black devil was on talking about there was more whites. Didn't know why we were hollering and complaining so much about black people being lynched and hung. There were more whites lynched and hung than there was black. I said to myself, but see, these are the kind of black devils that you got on social media trying to throw this kind of stuff out and put misinformation out. Just like I heard these black devils saying, well, slavery wasn't so bad. Why we talking and continue to talk about it? But see, you got black devils that put this kind of stuff out and say this kind of stuff. We expect the white devils to say it. But now what has happened, you got a level of these black devils who go around on social media saying that why we complaining and hollering so much about black people being lynched because there were more whites. And I said to myself, he's a lying black devil. See? But that's their job, is try to misinform and miseducate people and put out this false information. See? So you got that kind of stuff going on. Beside the white devils, you got the black devils who have been trained by their masters to go out and put this kind of propaganda out on social media and try to run with it, y'all. And got the nerve to want to try to argue about defending that there were more whites lynched than there was blacks. I ain't never known such a big lie. But that's what these lying black devils do. They get on social media and they'll say these things, but you'll never hear them talk about when these devils do stuff to black people. See, they don't talk about nothing like that. They try to defend and try to spin the narrative, make it seem like that these white devils are the victims. They ain't the victims of nothing. The only thing they the victims of is being the ones who have continued to massacre and brutalize and murder our people. That's the only thing they the victims of, see? And we ain't gonna sit back and let these black devils come on social media and think they're gonna put out all this misinformation and they're not gonna get no backlash. Yeah, they're gonna get some backlash. Bring all the smoke on them we can in the world and say they ain't nothing but a bunch of black liars, black devil liars. That's what they are. See? And you think we're going to stand back and not say nothing? I don't care who you are. If you bring some mess like that and think nobody ain't going to bring you smoke, then you better, I don't know where, you better go somewhere and hide. Let me also say too, to the brother who I see on Instagram all the time, putting the pictures of those perverts in New York City who continue to do stuff to those young girls, to women, people at the train station stops, bus stops. And I'm saying, when the brother puts out a picture of those perverts and he puts the location where they at, ain't but one thing left to do. The men, y'all need to run them out of the city. If they in the Bronx, they in Brooklyn, they in Mount Vernon, wherever they may be in New York, y'all need to run them out to the ocean somewhere. You need to run them out of the city. There's no room in New York City for these perverts to do this kind of stuff to women and girls. Don't make no difference what the nationality, what color they are. The fact is that you got men that's running around in New York City doing this kind of stuff. They may get locked up, maybe charges. Guess what? A couple of days, they be back out on the street. And they go right back and doing stuff to girls in the hallways, apartment hallways, doing stuff to girls in the bus stop, train stops, and then showing themselves to girls. Those perverts should be run out of the city, y'all. It's enough men. And when this brother puts their picture up on Instagram, put down the location where they be operating at, there ain't but one thing left. Y'all need to get together, run them out of town. That's what they need to do, run out of the city. See, anybody protect those perverts, they just as bad as the ones that do the act. See, that's what time it is. They just as bad. They need to be run. They butt need to be run out of the city. That's what needs to happen. See, run out of the city. The brother already put up the pictures. Every night when I check out Instagram, he got pictures up of these perverts, and some of them are the same perverts. They move around in different areas. See, they go to one spot, it get hot, then they go somewhere else. All the spots need to be made so hot for them, they ain't got nowhere to go and run their behind out of town. That's what they need to do. They need to be ran out of the city. I don't care what they are. And don't make no difference what color they are. A pervert is a pervert, see? They need to be run out of town. That's what they need to do. This has been the Saturday morning edition where we speak the truth and we tell the truth. And this is coming from the last man standing. Truth is the wealth of freedom. We communicate, educate, and organize. Truth is the wealth of freedom. We communicate, educate, and organize. Truth is the wealth of freedom. We communicate, educate, and organize. Inshallah, if it's the will of Allah, we'll come back this evening and bring you the evening edition of where we speak the truth. Not only we speak the truth, we tell the truth, and this is coming from the last man standing. As I said, let us not forget. Let us, please don't forget, we're at war. And whether we believe it or accept it, then we are. And if we think at any time these people are going to come out and make a public service announcement and say it, then we done missed the mark. See, these devils are not going to come out and say they have declared war on us. They're not. But their action should exemplified to us. As I said, signs and symbols are for the conscious mind. So their signs, their behavior, their attitude, their conduct, their speaking has given us all the signs and symbols that we need to know that this devil in the White House, along with his other devils around him, have declared war on black people in this country.